today, unlock the leader's code. Welcome. This is your host, Tito Kang. Today I'm going to talk about networking, and I was reading a book called Act Like a Leader, Think Like a Leader. And in this book, the author talks about networking and the key important part of networking. And one interesting fact that she brought on is, as they did a study on lawyers, a lawyer's firm, they've noticed that lawyers actually do a lot of networking sessions. Now, if I say networking to you, what do you think? Aloha, Danian. He's back. Thank you for joining us. What do you think of networking? Most of the time when I say in my speaking engagements and I ask networking, what does that bring to you? And words come out like, it's like manipulation, it's like going something that is not very comfortable, that you're jumping on board. And people really don't like networking. They feel uncomfortable. You go to a networking event, you try to go in and actually associate with people that you know. I know for me, it was certainly very difficult in my first networking events to show up when I didn't know anyone. Usually we go up, I have my team with me and I feel more comfortable. And interestingly enough, in this little research that they did with this law firm, as they went up the ladder, what they did is that they asked people to actually identify words to networking. So they would say networking is manipulative, it's boring, it's not productive, to networking is actually outstanding, it's an awesome tool, it's the great way to do it, it makes me happy. Some of them, the worst side of networking, it made them uncomfortable. So what they found out is that as they went higher up in the ladder of this law firm, they figured out that networking was more of an accepted way of doing things. And what they related that, the researchers related that to the fact that as they went up the ladder, the confidence level was higher. So this brings me back to the first stage of leadership, which is the leadership of self. And at the end of the day, everything kind of boils down to yourself, your self-awareness. Now, Simon Sinek has a book called Leaders Eat Last. I have a saying, leaders eat last but grow first. In order to grow first, you must be self-aware. You must reflect upon what you've done yesterday, what you've done last year, last month, where you want to go and what you want to get better at. Your level of confidence in networking truly affects how you show up at networking and how do you network, right? So I'm going to leave you with 3 things to think about. First of all, as you continue to network, either you're a solopreneur, entrepreneur, or intrapreneur, you need to network outside of your circle. So there's 3 things. The first one is breadth. The breadth of your network. How far do you extend? Most of the time when I was in my corporate job at Starbucks, we tend to network within our environment with other Starbuckians. We felt comfortable. I certainly felt comfortable and felt at home. So extending outside of that network was not an easy thing to do until I changed jobs and went into more of a sales job rather than an operational job outside of that network. Once you got into that network, you got to identify then the second part, which is the connectivity. The connectivity is how connected is your network? How deep do they go in? Now you have the diversity and the breadth of your network, and you want to see how everything gets connected. You want to make sure that you connect with individuals or leaders in outside of your realm. So let's say you are in the construction business, you want to maybe connect with someone that's in retail. If you're in sales, you want to connect with someone that's in operations. It gives you a better understanding. It's been proven that during this exercise is that the mass direction of a larger group will outperform the brightest person in one area, right? So if you have your connectivity, you identify that, that's good. Then it's the dynamism of your network, which is how dynamic is your network? Are they moving? Are you strategically connecting to your network? That means you got to be intentional. So there's 3 things in the law of the inner circle that we talk about, is that you have to do these 3 things. First, you must identify the network. So you must identify the relationship you want to build. In order to identify the relationships you want to build, you must determine where is it you want to go next. So understand where you are here today. Where is it you want to go next for your business, for your career, whatever that you need. Then once you've identified that, you cultivate it. You start building that relationship. And the best thing to cultivate a relationship is this, is to start to serve. A lot of people will say, you know, I can't get access to all these individuals. Well, these individuals that are either leaders or super leaders in their area must be doing something that they need someone's help. Everyone needs everybody. Jim Rohn likes to say, all of us need each of us need all of us. So you have to do the study, you have to do the work and identify where is it that these folk might need help. And you want to show up serving. You don't want to get, you want to show up serving. So like give me an example. If you, for example, wanted to connect with a leader in your industry and that leader participates in, for example, a nonprofit organization, they're the leader, you find out that they're the chairman. So you want to show up there serving, providing your skill set, what you're good at. That's your level of confidence to help them achieve their goal. Then you start cultivating the relationship. So you have to identify, then cultivate, and the last step, which is to recruit. Once you've performed the first two, the last one is a recruiting part. This is when you start approaching them once you feel that you've deposited enough in the account, in the relationship account. That means you've served a lot more. It's like going to the bank, depositing. And until at one point you go, you know, I think there's a lot of deposits here. You might recruit and ask for help. How was that? Was that helpful? Hope you liked it. If you're listening to this, if you like, give me a thumbs up. Do you have any questions in particular to these three things? So the breadth of your network, your connectivity of the network, you must identify that, and the dynamic activity of your network. Are they in a move? Are they kind of consistently progressing to where you want to go? Yes. It's great. Thanks, Danny. So want to take a look at it, and then the last part is be strategic about it. So you want to start identifying, know where is it you want to go. You want then to cultivate the relationship by serving first, and after that, you want to recruit. So that's it. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, love, share, and comment below. Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll catch up. I'll add some more onto networking. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to punch in a comment on my page and ask me specifically anything that you'd like to know about how to make you 10x your success, either as a solopreneur, entrepreneur, or intrapreneur in your career. This is Tito Kang saying aloha, mahalo. If you're in Montreal, drive safe out there with the snow that's coming down and the rain coming down later on today. Lead on, make every day BAMDIGIOUS, and as always, here's to your prodigious success.